Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is James from the TheJXMarts. Just started my own business, pretty much. Today is a tutorial on how to create 3D text and with the borders on them, and how to rotate and make your text looks nice. This is a beginner tutorial. This is not a professional tutorial. I do not want to do professional tutorials while my channel has been up for one day. I'm just going to be teaching the people that have just now started on GFX on how to do some basic stuff with the programs they need to use. Alright, so go to File, New. For the first text object, go to Text right here under Freehand. So you got your basic line text right there. Go over to Header Text and just hit the JXM Arts. Excuse me. Now what you want to do is line your text up pretty much with these lines right here. See, if you have the line and it cuts off the text like that, this part of the text in the dark area will not show and your text will just look plain stupid. So make sure that you have all of your text in the white area, and that pretty much just makes it look nice right there. Okay, so you see when we render this out and nothing shows right here, what we need to do is pretty much go to this next to the freehand, which is Hyper NURBS. Go over to Extrude NURBS. Okay, it adds to the objects, so we need to click and hold onto our text, drag it up, and whenever the arrow is pointing down, you just let go of the arrow and it drops into Extrude NURBS. So you can pretty much add or show the text, or if you don't want to see the text, you can just close it. And what you want to do is click on Extrude NURBS up here, and if you're wanting a more depth text into your 3D, you can see how mine was on 20 and it just looks plain stupid how it is right now. I'm just going to depthen it a little bit and make it 100, and you can see when we render it out, there's a 3D text pretty much right there, and there's it's more in depth pretty much. To add some basic outlines on it, go over from Object to Caps right next to it, and where it says Start Cap, click on that, go down to the very last one, which is Fillet Cap. Make sure the step and the radius is 1 and the radius is 5, and then go to End, then go down to Fillet Cap again, and make sure that it's 1 and 5. You do not need to mess with any of this stuff down here for a basic outline, unless if you're wanting to change some of that stuff that adds on to kind of like the text in the sides too. So you don't need to mess with any of that, just leave it as convex. I'll render it out so you can see. As you can tell, well, I don't know if you can really see, but there's kind of a decent border outline on your text right there. Excuse me. What you want to do now, if you're wanting to add more outline to your text, what you want to do is just kind of not show the text anymore. Click on that, click Control C V. Once you've done that, it will copy and paste another Extrude NURBS to it's pretty much the same text, but like it's a different text. I don't know how to say it, but anyways, what you want to do is you should still be on this attributes. Make sure that the step is 1. Change both of the radiuses to 10, and go over to Object. And okay, we see how this is 100. This is also going to be 100 since we copied and pasted it. What you want to do to the second layer is pretty much just take half of it, of whichever one, whatever number your first one was, and it pretty much just locks on and takes half of it, so the front and the back half will be the same color, and the middle half will just have its own color pretty much. You just want to click out of that. You can see where it cuts off right here, where it's half and half pretty much. What you want to do is click on Extrude NURBS 1, which is pretty much the copied layer, and make sure that you have your move tool, not your rotate tool. Bring it back till you get right in the middle. That's not pretty much the middle, but I'm just showing you guys. You want to bring it back to the middle, and you pretty much have a basic border outline right there. Pretty much. I'll render it out so you can see. See, that gives you a pretty much better, more border, I guess you can say. You can actually see it. If you're wanting to add materials to your text, go down here from Extrude NURBS to Materials, click on File, New Material, and once you click on New Material, you can just edit around with your material and pretty much make it red, reflection, add some reflection onto it. On my reflections, I sometimes put it to 20%. It's mainly what I leave it at, so that's what I do most of the time. If you're wanting to have a shader in your text or your object, whatever you're using for the project you're doing, there's some basic shaders right here, like a blue colorish, or you can go to Load Material Presets, and the presets that come with Cinema 4D are right here. So you have Architecture, Broadcast, Cinema 4D, Engineering Edition, MoGraph, and Sketch. These are all, you have a bunch right here of presets that come with Cinema 4D. Also, if you have downloaded Cinema 4D with a material pack, you can load the materials by doing this and loading the ones out of the folders that you have. But yeah, that's pretty much, you go find it and blah blah blah, and then it'll be in your materials pretty much, and it'll show up down here on what your materials will be. Alright, on to the next text. You go to File, New. This is just an easier way of making 3D text pretty much. Go to Text Object. See, it shows your text right here. And it's pretty much already 3D, so you don't have to do anything. See how your depth is 20. I'll just change this back to 100. Put TheJXMarts. Alright. Now line your text up with what you were doing. Make sure that the text is not in the black line. See, like right here on the edge of the T, it's in the black line. You don't want that, so line it up perfect. Get it in there. See, it'll show once you render it. It won't show the black lines that cut it off, but really, when you edit or render it to Picture Viewer, it'll cut off the text, so you don't want that to happen. Alright, click on your text object, go to Caps. See, Fill It Cap. Fill It Cap. You want all this stuff to stay the same. Oh yeah, you can do this with the freehand option and the HyperNerve option. Once you made that text by doing that, you can go down here to Font and load your font or whatever you want. See, I'll just pick some random font that I have on here. Some fonts are different sizes and stuff like that, but that pretty much just gives you a different font if you guys didn't know how to do that for beginners. But yeah, that's pretty much how you make a basic 3D text without having to do the freehand and the extrude NURBS text deal. If you're wanting to add borders to this, just do the same thing. Control C, Control V. It'll bring up another text object 1, which is a pretty much copy, as I was saying. You want half depth, caps, you want radius of 10, and there's pretty much your text. That's 3D right there. And just bring it back until it gets in the middle. There you go. Now this is how you apply the materials to your text. I'm just going to use two of the shaders. Once you have both of the shaders loaded, click on them, drag them to whichever layered text object you want, and just put it on there. And it'll automatically add right here. What you want to do is render it, and that pretty much gives you in the back a bluish color and in the front a reddish color. Just two of the presets that I used for the shaders. Now here's what I was talking about. The red in the front will also show in the back if you edit around and rotate, which I'll show you in just a second. See how it shows in the back also, the red? That's because this layer, your text object is in the middle, not in the back or in the front or anything. That's pretty much why. Alright. I'm just going to delete one of these text objects because it'll be easier to show you like this. What you want to do is click on your text object over here under default layout. You don't want to click on that. You want to click on this, which is the editable object button. Click on that, and it'll pretty much just let you edit this text right here, or the object you were doing. So I'm just going to zoom in and line that up and everything real fast. Now what you want to do, you see that before you didn't have this little check right there. Just keep pressing on it till you get all the way down to where it has extrude NURBS on every single letter. Now here's where you edit the text and actually move it around and stuff. So you can move each letter around, you can rotate it into something really cool that you want it to be. Just have fun, and you can move it around. Here's where it rotates. That's the rotate tool right there. Just do anything fun like that, and that's pretty much how I rotate all my stuff, all my text and stuff like that. I'll just do something basic real fast. See how my S is in the dark space right there? You have to back up and scoot over some, and then scoot back in. Once you render that out, here you probably can't really see that very well. Add the blue color to it. That pretty much just gives you a weird looking text effect that you can do with rotating all the letters. That's pretty much this tutorial, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up, go play some Xbox or something like that. If you like this, please leave a like and subscribe. Leave me your feedback on what I should do. Give me ideas on what tutorials you want next. Comment, send me messages, blah blah blah. Yeah. Until next time, guys. Thanks.